So right back here you can see this is the Hilton. I don't know if you could see it very good when we got here. It was pretty late last night. The nicest of the 3 hiker maintained cabins. Inside they actually, miraculously, they actually got the water running. So the water is just continually running in the sink, leave it on during the winter so it doesn't freeze up. But that makes it really nice, not having to go up to the spring to refill your water. Still pump it, purify it, or not, totally up to you. But this is the Hilton, kind of right here in the middle, the heart of Panamint City. And then I'll show you over this way, looking down Surprise Canyon, the way we hiked up yesterday. You can see, obviously, the old smelting brick chimney. We'll check it out a little bit later. And then over off to the left, my left, I guess, you can see there's kind of some green, and that's the remnants of the latest mining operation, which I think was going in the 70s, if not, I guess probably 80s, somewhere in there. But tons of history here. This place is pretty cool. And there's a bunch of random kind of junk stuff left over from that later mining operation, but at the same time, all these old stone foundations from when Panamint City was in its heyday. Well, it's hard to see behind me, which would be the south face of this Surprise Canyon. You can't see it now because of the snow, but basically there's some tailings coming out that when you're down here usually and there's no snow, you can actually see it up there. And those are from the upper mine shafts. The topmost one is pretty cool, and I'll show you how to get there. What we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna move this way, which we're gonna basically go east up Surprise Canyon. So right here you have the Hilton, and we're gonna be following this kind of trail roadish thing, and it's gonna come this way, and it's gonna cut back, and then it's gonna actually do some switchbacks to get up the mountain over there where these really cool mines are. As you go up the switchback, you want to make sure you just go ahead and stay to the right, any type of little intersection you come to, and eventually you're going to come to this first mine right here. You can tell because there's still this outbuilding where they used to have the machinery to pump air and stuff in there, oxygenated air. And yeah, this one has a really big entrance. The one up above is even cooler, and we'll check that out in a minute. But you got to hike up higher. My boys, you can see behind me, are troopers hiking up here, post-holing it through the snow, but they're amazing. Made it up here to this top mine. You can look all the way down. We're on the south face of Surprise Canyon, and over here there's these tracks to nowhere from the narrow gauge track that they would use for bringing the ore out. And then I think at one point they basically either had slides or like a pulley cart system that it would take it down and actually refine it down below. And then looking back this way, we have the mine. And for this, and here we have the entrance to the mine. As you can see, you got to kind of shimmy to get down in there. So exploring through this topmost mine, you can see there's narrow gauge track that runs through here. Right here, you can see there's a pretty tight turn, which is pretty impressive.
Could I go in front of you?
Yeah, you can go in front of me.
Excuse me, Dad.
Okay. Lead the way. Explore.
Whoa. Oh, the whole mine cart. There's the whole mine cart.
Nice. Up here we can see where some of these sides kind of caved in a little bit and kind of buried some of the track.
See, Dad? There's a whole mine cart.
But as we get past it,
Dad, you want to try and see if it moves?
sure. Maybe it's time for an Indiana Jones ride. Right over where Jada is, he's looking down to the pit of doom. Down there, there's a vertical shaft. And then past him, you can see the mine shaft goes on straight for a bit. And then right here, this is all shored up. There's a vertical shaft going up this way where they followed the mineral vein also. Going way up there, and it comes out up top if you actually go higher up on the mountain. This right here at this top shaft, it ends up dropping down vertical. And there's a super janky old wooden ladder here. And after I saw this, I was like, I need to find out what's down there. So I actually came up here with a rope, harness, climbing gear, a couple other people, and they essentially belayed for me. And I found out my answer of what was down here.
What was it then?
I can't tell you.
Okay. Dad, could you tell us, please?
Hold on. You see that ladder?
Yeah.
Looks like it goes to nowhere, doesn't it?
Can you please tell us?
Maybe later. Or maybe we'll have to come here and you'll have to find out by going down yourself. You can see up here there's a whole grip of bats chilling. Their giant ears.
Dad, come on.
We're starting to get a little bit of sun out here. And if you want, of course, you can walk out here and enjoy the view. It's pretty cool. It's amazing the ingenuity they had back in the day when they were doing all this mining. I mean, talk about some hard people living up here in the mountains, swinging picks, but it's pretty cool.